Unpopular opinion. I actually preferred EDC LV when it was in June. I know, the heat was brutal, but I prefer the warmer temps. This was in 2016. I just survived my second EDC Las Vegas, dancing the night away for 3 nights, and made it to sunrise. I remember thinking, this is gonna be the last year, let's end it with a bang. It's never the last year. There was something about June in the desert at midnight that made the whole thing feel like a prime summertime experience. They moved it to May for good reasons, I get it, but that's kinda what this video is about. Things changing. I've been going to EDC Las Vegas for over 10 years. This year I did all 3 nights again because it might be my last one. Famous last words. My name's Erin and I'm a travel photographer and content creator based in New York City. Welcome to my corner of the internet. Going to Vegas for EDC is always an exercise in financial denial. If you don't book a year in advance, the flights get expensive, the hotels are expensive, everything is expensive. It's something you just accept because of how popular it is. I've been going back and forth about what to pack simply because Vegas is a very hard place to pack for because you're doing a lot. You're partying, you're being casual, you could be working out. In the daytime, it's hot as hell. At night, it's cold, especially this time of year. You got a whole range of temperatures, and this is the first time I'm flying a budget airline to Vegas. Even though I've been going for so many years, messed up on getting the tickets, had my friend get it for me rather than get it for myself, so then I missed the opportunity for the pre-sale for the shuttles, and we've been doing premium for the shuttles and fucked it up, and I wasn't able to get pre-sale, and then got a standard, which isn't that bad, but it's not even near the hotel that I'm gonna be staying at. So it's just been a whole mess. I kind of like soured my mood, and I didn't want to go to EDC for this year anymore. Couldn't sell our package though, so I was selling 2 shuttle passes, and the tickets had to be together though, otherwise like what's the point? Obviously people I guess don't want to have a whole pack. It's a very specific buyer to find. In the end, we just decided, fuck it, let's go ourselves. And I was tracking flights though all year. This is one of the busiest times for Vegas. EDC weekend is historically one of the most expensive and busiest times in Vegas. So the flights just never came down. Round trip with one airline was like $1,000 at like Delta or JetBlue or United. It was just insane. I'm not paying $1,000 to go to Vegas. I can go halfway around the world for that price. As long as everything goes smooth with Frontier, it should be okay. But the problem is they're very strict about their criteria, and that's what I'm stressing over. My ticket though allows for both a carry-on and a personal. However, the personal item is what I'm stressed about. Carry-on, no issues, as long as it's within their dimensions. I'll show you in a minute, I have the Away regular carry-on. And even the bigger carry-on is within their dimension requirements. So I could upgrade to my bigger carry-on, but I'm going with the regular carry-on just in case. And to keep it under 35 pounds, easy. The personal item though, I was stressing out because they have specific requirements. The height has to be 14 inches and most backpacks standard are 16 inches. And I was like, WTF. However, after it was pointed out to me, after I packed back and forth between different bags, this is my typical go-to travel, my personal item for when I travel. It's the Brevetti jumper. I use it everywhere because I carry camera gear and it has the front pockets that carries all the stuff. I was worried though because the height is 16 inches. I could potentially get charged the $100. But then when putting it into the bin or whatever, everyone online is doing it sideways. So after packing everything in here, and I was able to do it. It's just super heavy and I don't like the way the weight's being distributed. I'm just gonna go back to the Brevetti jumper because I won't have an issue. Somehow, I found a one-way flight to Vegas for $88 on Frontier. Coming back, the only direct flight option was on JetBlue because everything else was sold out, and that one-way return flight was $600. I try to avoid budget airlines because there's a lack of flexibility with them should something go wrong. But thankfully, boarding was actually smooth and on time. It was actually 2 minutes early, which is weird. If you're familiar with my page, you know I travel a lot, and I've never experienced a single flight that boarded early. The Frontier flight was on an Airbus A321neo with a 3x3 configuration. Another reason why I avoid budget airlines is they don't have bendable headrests. I stopped bringing a neck pillow since most airlines I fly with typically have bendable headrests. The chairs also don't recline, and the seat cushions are so thin that I was sore after the first hour. And having traveled to Asia my whole life, I can sit for long periods of time. Having done this trip so many times, I no longer head straight to the Strip after landing, also because I arrive in the morning and check-ins in the afternoon. Instead, I go to Chinatown. If you didn't know, Las Vegas has a Chinatown. It's about 10 minutes from the Strip. Just landed in Vegas, and I can't believe I've been coming here for like 10 years. Vegas is so fun, but flew on Frontier Airlines. Thankfully, everything went very smoothly. They actually started boarding 2 minutes early. I've never had an airline do that before. I would totally do Frontier if it was like 4 hours or less, but the winds were in our favor, and we arrived, the flight was supposed to be about 5 hours. We arrived in about 4-ish or whatever, 45 minutes early. So honestly, the best case scenario to fly a budget airline, because the flight was so early, landed around 9 or something a.m. in Vegas, came out to Chinatown to eat right away because starving, can't check in until later, and want to be able to do things off the strip before basically being on the strip for the rest of the week and the weekend. I found a random spot, ordered whatever looked good, and ate well for what I would have spent on a side dish at a hotel restaurant. I recommend eating off the strip when you can. Save the money for other things that you know you're gonna blow during EDC. The other one is the shrimp one. So cute. Just checked into my first hotel for this trip. I'm staying at the Fontainebleau, which I think opened in 2023, but it was under construction for, I want to say, like 25 years. The room rate for one night was cheap considering. When I stayed last time in Vegas at Horseshoe, which was formerly Bally's, which is not a good hotel. I think it was like 200 something per night. Wanted to just spend a nice night in a nice hotel, but I'm only staying here for one night. The rest of the time I'm going to be staying at Aria. I'm going to be staying in Vegas for EDC week between Wednesday to Monday. Usually I do Thursday to Monday. Difference between the 2 days. It's so calm at the airport. Like if you fly in on a Thursday, everyone's like just flowing in. Would have just done a whole trip at Aria, but it's just so expensive for that additional day because I booked it in advance and I couldn't justify spending that much for an extra night where I could get a better deal elsewhere, even though it is a hassle to be switching hotels, especially when you're running around the strip and everything for all the parties. And it sounds like a first world problem. It is a first world problem, but I wanted to stay here anyway because it's a brand new hotel. I've seen it in like TV shows, and the Fontainebleau is a great brand, great name, and so I wanted to take it easy. But when you come to Vegas, especially during EDC week, you have to go to at least one pool party, so that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, but I'm also going to be switching hotels tomorrow. During my time at Fontainebleau, I stayed in a Blue King guest room. It's the cheapest room they offer, and it still felt huge. A deep shower, incredible water pressure, and bathrobes so plush I thought about sneaking one home, but I didn't bring a check-in suitcase. The AC is placed away from the bed, which sounds small, but it's a detail that makes a huge difference in sleeping comfortably. The room didn't have a view, but everything else made up for it. Yeah. They have slippers. I wouldn't expect anything less. Gonna be taking these home. So how things typically go with EDC weekend or EDC week in Vegas, at least my experience, is gotta do at least one pool party. And I'm also gonna be trying to go for all 3 days of EDC. I have not done that since like 2016. It's just super exhausting. I usually do like 2 days and then sell the third day. Might just go all in because I also think this might be my last EDC for a while. Famous last words, but I'm really feeling it this time. I'm kind of exhausted and also just throwing away the money doing this. Although like when you're there, you very much feel a difference and you're just like, oh, it's so fun and it's like FOMO and everything. But this is money that can be better spent elsewhere. And not to say I'm never coming back. I just need a break, like an extended break. And then next time I come, definitely try to do more of a VIP kind of thing. Otherwise, the true experience though is doing GA, but getting the premium shuttles. However, I'm just getting to the point where you should do VIP, I think. getting tired. So taking it easy for the first night, gonna go to Bacchanal, one of the buffets. I've tried almost every buffet in Vegas and have to say Bacchanal is at the top. I would say the one in Wynn is pretty good too, but they're more dessert focused and Wicked's food cannot compare to it. And I know there's a few others, but the one that I definitely like to go to is Bacchanal because you get a wide variety, but they're all kind of pricey for a buffet. It's definitely just like a c'est la vie kind of thing. So just gonna do it. Nighttime meeting up with my other friends to do dinner back here at Fontainebleau at Mother Wolf. And then Friday, I might go to the opening ceremony. I've never actually been to opening ceremony, but I'd like to go for sunset or end up just showing up at like 10 p.m. Whatever. It's kind of like you're flexible, but you also want to make sure that you get your money's worth, blah, blah, blah. So let's have fun. While I was there, I also ate at Mother Wolf. Created by Chef Evan Funk, the space pays tribute to ancient Rome through architecture and cuisine. Italian food is my favorite, and the vibe is dramatic and elegant, but the food is straight comfort. If you're a carb lover like me, a must-order dish is the sfincione, the fluffiest focaccia you'll ever have. Before the pool parties, before anything, you can't come to Vegas without eating at a buffet. Having come back to Vegas so many times over the 10 years, I've eaten at all the remaining hotel buffets, and Bacchanal at Caesars is the preferred choice because of all the variety. It's a shame there aren't as many buffets as before. I do think it's grossly overpriced for buffet food, but again, it's Vegas. This is the pre-game meal. YOLO. After Fontainebleau, I checked into Aria for the rest of the trip because it was a more central location. Since I just stayed at the Fontainebleau the night before, I can confidently say Aria is grossly overpriced, and the wear and tear at Aria is showing immensely. Vegas hotels have been riding a certain reputation for years, and some of them need to reckon with the fact that the rates don't match the reality anymore. Anyway, on to the pool party. The festival doesn't start until Friday night, but starting earlier the week, usually on Tuesday or Wednesday, the whole strip turns into a pre-party. Some of my best memories with my friends happened here. The best tip I can share with you when you're going to a pool party is not to bring any type of bag. Just use a waterproof phone case, bring your ID and chapstick, and that's it. Save yourself the headache. Yeah. The day is finally here. It's EDC day 1. I figured I should dedicate a video to all the makeup looks I'm doing this year, just because makeup was my first love. If I were to be in a creative field, I should have probably have become a makeup artist, but went through the corporate life, became a photographer instead. So I've always loved makeup. I also want to use up as much makeup as I can because some of this makeup I've had sitting for years, more like the costume makeup. I also didn't plan any of this. I just had like a general idea. So we're gonna see where this goes. I brought a bunch of stuff and I'm just gonna go with it. So I have travel makeup brushes. These are from Real Techniques, most of them. I absolutely love them. Yeah. To begin, you need to prep the face. So a lot of my stuff is like travel stuff. My favorite thing about EDC Las Vegas is simply because of the notion that you're dancing the night away. Also, for the difference between European and American festivals is in America, especially for EDC, people dress up. I love that. This is like a second Halloween. You're in an area where it's like pretty much accepted. More skin prep. This is just to eliminate any redness in the face as a base layer before I put everything else on. Finishing up skin prep. I wasn't using a lot simply because I wanted to save it, but I think we can use it up. This is what it looks like. Okay, makeup time. So for day 1, because it's Electric Daisy Carnival, I'm thinking of going with a daisy theme. I actually did this look my very first EDC back in like 2015. I'm gonna do it again. Makeup art is where I truly feel like an artist. I feel like the face is a canvas and I can come up with something. One of the pioneers of like beautiful makeup art, Phyllis Cohen, she had this brand called Face Lace and I bought so many of her face laces. I also have a lot of Half Magic stuff because Donnie Davy, the makeup artist for Euphoria, she has her own brand, Half Magic Beauty, and I absolutely love the brand. These in particular because I was bedazzling everything on my own with just eyelash glue and bedazzles from the dollar store that I got years and years ago. This brand is made from like hypoallergenics adhesive from like the hospitals or whatever, so it's safe for your skin. So this one is this one is a glowy natural look. Getting contacts on. So the way the contact lens is designed, it has like a faded look for the iris, which I really like. First up, foundation. My absolute favorite is Danessa Maverick's Yummy Skin, the Upslide technology, where it starts as a balm and then dries as a powder. It looks very natural. I prefer sheer foundation simply because, not to toot my own horn, I have really nice skin. I'm gonna start with a light layer, and I always include neck because I think it's the weirdest thing where you only do your face and it's not the same color as your neck. Actually blends out pretty nicely and looks pretty natural. Next, my tried and true contour. This is Amber of Fenty Beauty. I've had this for years. I can make makeup last for a very long time. That's exactly why, another reason why I could never be a beauty creator. I didn't actually bring blush, but I have lipstick samples that I've had sitting for a while, and these are from Fontainebleau. So I'm doubling up lipstick as a blush. I'm gonna go with this more vivacious red. Got KVD for the setting the stuff. Bronzer, just to bring some more color back in the areas that I also contoured. It's kind of old. Alright, now we're starting with the eyes. It's always just been my habit to do face first. So I do use Urban Decay's primer. They're tried and true, the gold standard. I've been using this, I don't know, 15, 20 years. So this is a random brand that I got in Taiwan. I just like that it's ultra slim. Adding color to the lids. This is Half Magic Beauty Chrome Addiction, but it's the purple one. I like that it's buildable, and because I'm getting older, I find myself drawn more of the cream type of products. I'm gonna use the Half Magic Gripping Brow. It doesn't really grip though. Now because it's EDC, gotta have a lot of glitter. This is from Urban Decay also, but I got this as PR. Here's where we get into the more experimental part of the makeup look, starting off with face lace stuff. One side done. So it kind of looks like a crown, but like evil eyebrows. Now we're going for eyeliner. My tried and true KVD tattoo liner. Right side came out much better. Brightening up the eyes. This I got from Taiwan, but I think it's a Japanese brand. Always tears me up on the waterline. Now we're gonna start with the petals. Simply using some eyelash glue that will dry clear. Just gonna start sticking them on my face. I want them to go around the face, kind of like the way a highlighter would. And I want it to be even, so I need to do one part each side first. Okay, this is what we have so far. So look at Daisy. We have a cat outside. But I want to use this pan up. This is from ColourPop. I'm never going to use it, so hopefully by the end of this weekend, this will be done. I'm going to stick it on with this glitter glue from NYX. This is the part also where I just start to be like, WTF, let's do something, whatever, and it becomes a mess. This is a go-to look for me where I bedazzle the line of my eyebrow. Now the part that I hate the most, lashes. time to wrap it up. And this is why I need hours to get ready, because I'm slow. Next thing is, this isn't thinning or balding or anything like that. I've just always had this. I got this in Korea. Honestly, it's just a cool toned eyeshadow. So just gonna fill it in. Next is a trick I learned to make sure you don't sweat. So this is antiperspirant. Use it for underarms and for the hairline. Nifty little trick. Now because we have so much going on around here, just gonna keep it simple with the lips. This is Shiseido lipstick that I've had for years. And then some lip oil. This is PR from L'Oreal. I almost forgot one important thing. I always have to have highlighter. I'm just gonna use this from Nude Sticks. This is a travel size. Been using for years. And again, I like the more dewy stuff lately. So just gonna put some strategic places. Usually I would put it on there, but I have this, so I don't need to. Maturing is realizing the mid-strip shuttle is not the move. It's the obvious one everyone picks, but the veterans know it's a trap. The whole reason why I wasn't really into going this year was because I didn't get my first choice shuttle, which was the Premier Shuttle Pass for mid-strip. I guess it was a blessing in disguise, because I was pleasantly surprised to learn that even without a Premier Shuttle Pass, the GA shuttle line at Rio moved so quickly. I've also heard the rumblings that the best shuttle line is actually at the end of the strip, but this one did the trick. If you watched this far, now you know what's up. Pulling up to the Motor Speedway never gets old, especially after going through the military base. It doesn't matter how many times you've done this. Even after 10 years, the scale of this setup still takes my breath away. Every stage lit up across the desert, fireworks already going, tens of thousands of people swarming under the electric sky. By night 2, you stop thinking about what's coming and you just move through it. It's a different look, but the same routine. A quick debrief of EDC Day 1. Today is now EDC Day 2. While I eat my prunes, drink my coffee to wake up, and obviously hydrate. I got back early. Buses start running again from the racetrack around 2 a.m. and then got back to the strip around, I want to say 3:30. For the most part, felt pretty good. It's definitely the shoes that impact how the shock is being absorbed in your body as you're dancing and walking around. But hopefully I have the energy for the last day, for tomorrow, to make it to sunrise. Okay, EDC Day 2 makeup look. I already did the base layer, don't need to walk you through all that because it's basically the same as yesterday. Today I'm going for a freckled, bedazzled look using the Half Magic Beauty, this time the blue one, the Chrome Addiction off the deep end. It shouldn't take as long as yesterday. All I did was try to just blend it out. I think what we're gonna do is just make it a little messy. This from Surat, so we're just gonna layer it. This is what I mean though, when I get ideas and then I just get overwhelmed with the ideas. It actually looks cool when you put the blue highlighter. And now we're going in with the Surat. This is the hologram eyeshadow. So the right side usually is better than the left side. Didn't really use them, but now's our time to shine. This is what we put together. Now the look wouldn't be complete without some face lace. Not bad. Done a lot of concert photography the past couple of years, I've become fully present at shows in order to appreciate the music. Something I've been noticing is that people don't shuffle anymore. As a millennial, I feel my generation is the last to enjoy dancing in public. EDM and festivals have become so mainstream that an event like EDC is attended by many who found it on social media, which is fine, but it changes the vibe. I think this just means that I've been going long enough to actually feel the difference. The only constant is change. EDC Day 3. You know the drill by now. Definitely feeling more tired today. I don't think I'm gonna be staying for sunrise because day 3 is usually a trance day, probably gonna be a trance set. And I had friends that stayed for sunrise on the first day and it was just a miserable time getting back. And because I have a flight tomorrow on Monday, just don't wanna be struggling and being exhausted at the airport. The win for this year is doing all 3 days. So day 3's makeup look is inspired by my favorite TV show aesthetic, Euphoria. I've done a few looks inspired by the show before, and that's where Half Magic Beauty comes from. I'm doing a look I've done before. Sunday at EDC is always a rally. Making it to this is what separates the people who actually love EDM from the people who just came for the weekend. I haven't made it to all 3 days since 2016 though. 10 years of EDC has given me a map of how this is supposed to feel. My feet know where to go. Every year I say it's my last, but then I go back. Maybe this was the last one, maybe not. Nobody does this over and over again for years because it's a trend. I don't believe in outgrowing something that once made you feel alive. Sometimes you just pause until it feels right again. I'm here because I grew up in peak EDM culture. Am I done? Is this the last one? I don't like to answer in absolutes. What I know is I'm not going for a couple of years. Not because I'm over it, but because I want to miss it. I mean, I get FOMO every year I'm not there, but I also enjoy seeing the world. If you've been going to EDC for years, is there a point where you stop? Or is this just something you're gonna keep doing? Brave to the grave. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you under the electric sky.